Intro. Remember when cars had quirks and character? When they weren't just soulless aerodynamic blobs designed by a committee and a computer to be as inoffensive as possible. When they had bits and pieces that were a bit fiddly, a bit illogical, but somehow brilliant. Today we're not celebrating the fastest or the most powerful. Instead, we're taking a moment to mourn the little things we've lost along the way. The glorious, inconvenient, and sometimes downright dangerous features that gave cars their soul. Have they been engineered out, regulated away, or simply forgotten in the relentless march of progress? And frankly, the world is a duller place for it. Right, number 10. The manual choke. For anyone under the age of 30, this will sound like something from the dark ages. It was a little knob or lever on the dashboard, usually with a cryptic symbol. Its job, to help a cold, grumpy engine start on a frosty morning. Before computers did everything for you, a car's engine needed a bit of coaxing. It needed a richer fuel-air mixture to get going. You were the conductor of this cold start orchestra. You'd get in, turn the key, and nothing. Just a sad, pathetic whirring sound. You'd forgotten the ritual. So you'd pull the choke knob out, maybe halfway, maybe all the way. You listened to the engine, you felt the vibrations. It was a conversation. Too much choke and you'd flood the engine. Too little and it would cough. It would splutter and die like a dramatic actor in a cheap play. You had to learn your car's personality. My old Ford needed exactly 3/4 choke and a gentle tap on the accelerator. As the engine warmed up, you had to slowly, carefully push the choke back in. Too soon it would stall. Too late you'd be running rich, wasting fuel and fouling plugs. Of course, automatic chokes came along. Then electronic fuel injection. The computer took over, delivering the perfect mixture every time. It was more efficient, cleaner, and idiot-proof. But in making it foolproof, they removed the feel, they removed the skill. That little moment of triumph on a freezing January morning, gone, and for that we are poorer. Number 9, the glorious, infuriating, magnificent mechanical carburetor. Before fuel injection, this mixed petrol and air in just the right ratio to make a bang. Not a computer, a collection of brass jets, springs, venturis, fluid dynamics in motion. Driving a carbureted car was a sensory experience. You could feel it. On a damp day it might hesitate. A flat spot felt like the car taking a deep breath. Open the throttle and hear the induction roar. A satisfying gulp as the secondaries kicked in. You didn't plug in a laptop. You grabbed screwdrivers, changed jets, set float height, balanced twin or triple carbs. Tinkering with a Weber or an SU was a rite of passage. Alchemy for crisp response and a perfect idle. Emissions rules ended it. EFI adjusted for temperature, altitude and load hundreds of times a second. Cleaner, more powerful, vastly more efficient. But the mechanical heart was traded for a digital brain. Number 8. The hand crank starter. Terrifying yet fundamental. Before Charles Kettering's 1911 electric starter, this was it. A metal lever into the nose of the car, connecting directly to the crankshaft. You retarded the ignition, engaged the crank, and heaved upwards in one strong motion. Never wrap your thumb. If it fired wrong and kicked back, it could break your thumb, wrist, even your arm. Picture it. Cold breath, suit on, wrestling your automobile in the street. When it finally caught, that victory was earned. Then came the electric starter. Not just convenience, a revolution. Suddenly, anyone could start a car. Driving became accessible, safer, and far less likely to end at the hospital. Today we press a button in silence, but it all began with willpower against a stubborn machine. Onward to the seats and shifters that shaped how we sat, drove, and, well, courted. Number 7 is a symbol of a different era of socializing and family, the full-width front bench seat. A single, wide, often plush seat stretching from one door to the other. No console, no tunnel, just a couch. You could fit 3 in the front, 3 in the back. The cabin became a communal space. Dad driving, Mum in the middle, you by the window, and on a date, your sweetheart could slide right over. Of course, on corners you slid about, no lateral support. The middle passenger met the dashboard. Three-point belts and the rise of the center console sounded the death knell. We gained cup holders and charging ports, but we lost that shared space, that sociable age. Number 6, the column-mounted shifter, the American 3 on the tree. Automatics had a simple PRNDL lever with a satisfying mechanical clunk. Manuals used a quirky H pattern, push, pull, twist, that freed the floor for 3 across seating. Finding gears could be vague and rubbery, but once mastered, you felt like an old-school pilot. As cars got sportier, floor shifters offered precision. Complex automatics made column stalks clunky. The column shifter retreated to trucks and vans. We gained sportiness, but lost clever packaging. Halfway there, from mechanics to music, the soundtrack of the open road. Number 5, the cassette player. If you grew up in the 70s to 90s, this was the soundtrack to your life. Hours recording songs, racing to hit pause before the DJ talked, or dubbing from vinyl. That clunk, the whirring heads, the little clicks of auto reverse, the sound of the open road. Leave it on the dash and it warped. Worst of all, the deck might eat your favorite tape. Cue roadside cassette surgery with a pencil, desperate to save Bat Out of Hell. The sound? Hissy, wobbly, but it was your hiss, your wobble. Analog warmth. CDs were clean and skippable. MP3 and Bluetooth gave infinite choice with flawless clarity. But we lost the tangible object, the effort and artistry of the mixtape, the sharing among friends. Number 4, the ashtray and cigarette lighter, now alien in a family car. For decades, interiors were built around smoking. Ashtrays front and rear, damped chrome lids. Press the knob, pop, a volcanic red coil for a few seconds, a fire starter in your dashboard. Movie stars and racers smoked. Interiors smelled of stale tobacco, aging vinyl, petrol fumes, and dropped embers meant panic. Public health campaigns took hold. Ashtrays became coin trays. Lighters became plastic-capped power outlets. From smoky rooms on wheels to rolling numbers that marked our journeys, the odometer era. Number 3, the analog mechanical, rolling odometer, a tiny piece of mechanical theatre. You saw distance accumulate a tenth at a time. Milestones became events. Watching 9s roll to 0s with satisfying clicks, a shared achievement. The trip meter's little reset knob, push or twist and whir back to 0, just as satisfying. But it had a dark side, easy to tamper with. Odometer clocking was rampant. Electronics made tampering harder, digital readouts more accurate, reliable, secure, with trip computers and range. Yet when a digital 9 becomes 0, there's no click, no soul. Another joy lost to the microchip. Number 2, tail fins and excessive chrome. Pure, unadulterated style. Designers were inspired by rockets and fighter jets, not wind tunnels. By 1959, fins nearly roof-high with twin bullet tail lights, spectacular for spectacle's sake. Chrome on bumpers, grills down the sides and windows, automotive jewelry that gleamed but weighed a ton. Tastes changed, European restraint arrived, aerodynamics, efficiency and clean lines took over. We gained MPG and lower drag, but lost the magnificent lunacy of a parked car that looked supersonic. And now, the humble feature that best captured day-to-day joy. Number 1, the simple, brilliant, dearly departed vent window. The quarter light, a pivoting triangular pane that scooped a gentle, directed breeze without chaos. You could run it in the rain and even aim it to clear morning mist. The original defogger. Flick ash without blowback or communicate with the outside world without dropping the whole window. Yes, it made breaking into your own locked car easy. A bit of wire, a deft flick, pop. Aircon became standard and sleeker single-piece windows improved aerodynamics and reduced wind noise. Cheaper to make, cleaner to look at, but we lost the most effective, satisfying ventilation ever devised. Progress, they called it. I call it a tragedy. Those were 10 small things that made cars feel alive. From the ritual of the choke and the hand crank, to the social bench seat and the perfect vent window breeze. Modern cars are safer, faster, cleaner, more reliable, but are they more lovable? I'm not so sure. We've traded mechanical feedback for digital silence, hands-on involvement for automated convenience. These old features demanded skill and patience and gave a relationship that went beyond A to B. Which one do you miss most? The tactile joy of a rolling odometer or the sheer style of a tail fin? Comment below, like if you felt that wave of nostalgia, and subscribe for more countdowns and trips down memory lane. We have plenty more where this came from. Until next time, drive safe and remember the little quirks.